Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. There are some mistakes women make in bed that practically dampens the experience for men and dampens the experience for them as well. But the good news is that there is a fix for each and every one of these mistakes. And so if you feel like your sex life needs some sort of improvement, don't worry. If you want to learn about the top common mistakes women make in bed, then trust me, you are on the right channel. Not only would you learn these common mistakes that women make, but you would also learn about the solution to each problem. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. You need to understand that there are quite a few common mistakes women make in bed. And these errors might be the reason why your sex life doesn't feel that great. And I need you to consider them. Number one, not communicating about your sexual preference is so important. I mean, this is probably one of the most common errors made in the bedroom. And men don't usually talk like that in the bedroom. So having you as a woman who doesn't even communicate your needs is even worse. This mistake is most commonly made by women. Not talking about what you like in the bedroom during sex is not a good idea at all if you want to have a fulfilling sexual life. The emphasis on direct and open communication with your man applies to everything in your relationship, including your sex. If you don't talk about the kind of experiences you enjoy during sex, your man won't be able to provide those for you because he's not a mind reader. If you're quiet about it, he wouldn't know. And this mistake is very easy to avoid. All you have to do is sit and have a conversation with your partner about your sexual preference. And if you both struggle to talk about sex when you're not having it, then you should think again. I mean, you already have seen yourself naked. What's hard for you to talk about the lapses in your sexual relationship? So try to start having such conversation right after sex. And trust me, this will make for an interesting pillow talk. All right? Number two, you pretending to not have feelings when you actually do is the worst mistake you could ever make as a woman. Now, you can arguably say that this is one of the top mistakes women make with men. How many times have you casually hooked up with a person and made it to be a lot more than it actually was? How often have you felt heartbroken after that? So if you feel something for a young man, stop pretending that you don't feel it just because you don't want to come out being too easy to get. If you feel it, and if he has spoken about his feelings towards you, then go all out and tell him how you feel too towards him. Because if you don't, and they move on to someone who is quite open, you'll feel much more heartbroken. It's better said than never said. So the fix here is, before having a casual sexual encounter with anyone, ask yourself this: am I someone who is fine with the idea of having a casual sexual encounter, or will I catch feelings? If you know that you're going to catch feelings with this guy and he has already made it clear that he doesn't have any intentions for you, or he doesn't have any intentions of taking this any further, then you have to stop to think. If when you have a casual sexual encounter with this guy, you're not going to fall in love, head over heels in love with this person. But if you know that you would, you need to back off. And you need to be open about the fact that you're not the sort of person who can go into casual sex with this particular person because you know that you're going to definitely catch feelings. I mean, just questioning your feelings for this person is all that you need to know whether it is a good investment or not. Because an honest answer to all of these questions that I had said can help you avoid this mistake of having feelings for someone and then pretending like you don't have feelings, most especially when you've had sex with them and you want more and they don't want more. Another mistake that women make in bed with men is being overly shy in bed. This mistake a lot of women make, and I too. I know that I can make that sort of mistake. See, when it comes to this mistake, it happens a lot of time due to centuries of oppression that women had to face, you know. So if you find yourself having a hard time expressing pleasure or telling your partner to continue doing something that makes you feel amazing, all that just means that you're being very shy in bed. See, if you've come across a new sex position or you want to introduce sex toys in the bedroom, but you're too shy to say this to your man, you're being very shy. And what you just need to do is ask yourself, are you a shy person in general? Or do you just feel shy talking about sex with your man? Just sit and have a proper understanding of what the cause of your shyness is and where it's coming from. Because understanding why you're shy will help you solve the problem and ensure that you have an amazing sex in the future with your partner. Because the truth is, most men don't really even care how you look. Once they love you, once your joystick is up, they really don't care how you look. They want to get it done and dusted. Much more if a guy really loves you. He will love your flaws. So why do you really care about your flaws? Some of the things you think are flaws are some of the healthy things that men love. Some of the things, because we have a lot of filtered women. We have a lot of women who have gone under the knife to work on their body, you know, but some men really dig some flaws, you know, on women's bodies. Take away shyness from the equation. And when you take away shyness from the equation, the more happier you would be when you're having sex with your partner, and the easier it will be for you to reach your climax. Number 4, you're overthinking things during sex. This is one of the mistakes women make in relationship. Overthinking can be detrimental to your mental health and to your sex life. So if you do catch yourself having thoughts about whether you're doing the right thing, or you catch yourself thinking too much about the technicality of the sex that you're having while you're having sex, then you're only going to make more mistakes. You're only going to look awkward, and men will always figure that out. So if you're doing all of these things, then you're practically just overthinking in the bedroom, and you need to stop. Because the moment you start having these intrusive thoughts in your head, you would rob yourself of the great opportunity to enjoy sex. And this half the time is the reason why women do not reach their climax and do not experience orgasm. So what you need to do to fix this is that when you're having sex with your man, you need to understand that it's one of those times when both of you can completely be free and uninhibited. So to stop yourself from overthinking, you need to try to learn and implement mindfulness, consciousness during sex. You have to be involved. You have to be conscious. You have to forget and block all of those things that seem to deter you from expressing and being involved in sex. Another mistake that women make a lot, is faking orgasm. Ladies, please listen to this point very well. This is probably one of the biggest sex mistakes in bed that you will make. When you fake orgasm in bed, you're setting yourself up and your lover up for failure. When you start faking it, your partner might just be under the impression that repeating those particular actions is the way to make you orgasm. You're already deceiving him, and at the same time, pushing yourself away from experiencing great sex and orgasm. Because your partner will definitely do it over and over again from every sound or from every fake orgasm sounds that you produce. So if a thing that he does is actually painful and you're faking orgasm that sounds like, oh, you really love it, the next day he's going to do it again. Your partner will just end up doing the same thing over and over and over again every time that you have sex with him. Can you see where this is headed? So please stop faking the orgasm. If he's doing something that you don't like, you tell him you don't like it and show him the way that he can please you better. If you've already faked it, try to muster the courage and come clean about it to your partner and tell him that it will not happen again and this is how you like it. In that way, you're helping him help you. Number 6 mistake that women make in bed too often is being dishonest about how experienced you are in bed. And this mistake can go either way. One of the reasons I think that you may not be enjoying sex is because you've not been honest with your partner about how experienced you are. You may have either told your partner that you're very well experienced or that you're a beginner, whereas you're very experienced. And so you find yourself not doing some of the things that you do as a pro, and you're not enjoying yourself because you're docile. You don't want him to think that you've had sex with a lot of guys. You've had proper sex with plenty of guys out there. All of the fakeness in bed will not help anyone. So it's better for him to know that you're experienced if you're experienced, or you're a beginner if you're a beginner, so that he knows how to approach you in bed. And this mistake, trust me, can prevent both of you from truly experiencing the magic of sex. And this is how you can fix it. It may be a very difficult conversation to start having, but it's best to come out clean to your partner and tell them this is who you truly are, so that it can either amp up their game or not exert too much because they know that you're a pro and you were pretending to not be a pro. If he leaves you at the end of the day because you lied, then take it as one of those mistakes that you've made that you will never make in your next relationship. Number 7 mistake that women make in bed is trying to attach meaning to everything in sex. I know I've given you, tips on how to decode whether when a guy does this, it means this in bed. Listen, when you attach too much meaning to all of these things in bed, you're setting yourself up for disappointment or heartbreak. Because at the end of the day, you might start seeing the guy doing those things and he might not really love you that much. Or you might start seeing the guy not doing those things and you might think that he doesn't love you, whereas he does. See, some women try to deduce too much out of something simple. Say you're in a mood to have sex, but your partner says that they aren't. Have you ever found yourself assuming that, maybe he's no longer interested in you, or he doesn't like you anymore, or he doesn't love you? Or say your man tried a new move on you and you all of a sudden assume that because they're trying something new with you, that means they've cheated on you. See, if your partner tries something new in bed, it might be because that they have learned it from their research and they just want to please you. People are learning a lot from wanting to please their partners through the internet or anything. It doesn't necessarily mean that, he tries a new technique from out of the blue, then that means he has had sex with someone new. Because when you start questioning, he will no longer want to do anything to improve your sex life again. Isn't it lovely that he tries as hard as possible to improve your sex life? Because sex can be mundane after a long period of time with your partner. So if you have a partner that is improving on positions, techniques, and whatnot, then he wants a better sex life for you and him. And you should not read meaning into that. And then again, if your partner says no to sex, it might just be that they're simply tired. Or maybe he's not in the mood. Just because you think men love sex doesn't mean that they would want it at every given point in time. So don't go thinking that, maybe he has just cheated on someone. He's snoring because he has slept with someone. He could just be tired. Talk to your partner about these things and know where their mind's at. Number 8 mistake that women make a lot of the time is not initiating sex. This is one big mistake. Sex is not about having a wonderful time. It's about expressing your love to your partner. So if you don't initiate sex at times, it may just give off the impression that you're not interested in your partner. It might just give the impression that you're not interested in your man. Men want to see their women initiate sex too. They want to feel needed. And when you don't do that all the time, it can easily escalate to something. It can escalate things. It can make him feel resentful that you don't need him. See, I need you to know that there is nothing immoral or wrong about you as a woman initiating sex. Your partner, your man will definitely love it when you take the lead. So try initiating sex. If you find yourself struggling, then bring up how and why you feel inhibited to take the lead with your man. I need you to discuss this matter with him because it is very important. And then listen to how he feels about you initiating sex. And you'll be surprised that he has always wanted you to initiate sex. So go on and initiate sex as many times as you want. Ninth mistake that women make in bed is trying to rush through the process because you have things to do. You must avoid it though. You must avoid it at all costs. If you're rushing through it, you're not going to enjoy it, and he's not going to enjoy it because he will be under pressure. So if you have kids to take care of, you need to do that before time, or maybe send those kids to your parents, to their grandparents, and have time where you're not rushing. All right? Plan it in such a way that you're not rushing. Because when you now tell him, oh yeah, I'll get enter, quick, I have children to take care of, he will not enjoy it and he will be rushing just to get off. And that will demoralize him. That's another way to emasculate a man.